Hello, this is Wolf Outdoor Review here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the butt pack the military had, otherwise known as the Field Pack Training Nylon Woodland Camouflage, and then there's all your numbers there. Okay, so, I'll give you a second for that. So, this is a slightly weird, like, not really readily available. These are like $50 all over eBay. I picked this up for 20, maybe 30 at the time. I've had it a while, so I don't know where I got it again. Sorry. But, yeah, this was used. I don't know whose it was, but if anyone knows, feel free to leave a comment. We've got Lockered and Nasty Butler. So maybe Butlered Lockered, Lockered Butler. Who knows? But you got all that. It had US on it originally. It's kind of faded. But yeah, I've got some. So it's kind of cool because I don't normally see used. So this must have been through CIF. But then you've got some glue from something. Maybe they glued it to an assault pack or whatever. But I just thought we'd go over this and how useful it is for current days and whatever, and what you could use it for. So, yeah. Okay, so starting off with most of the straps on here. If you're looking at 1-inch straps, so there's all these are 1 inch. Then you've got your Alice straps here on the side. Alice's are 2 1/4 inch straps, so that's all the way around there. So those are the two strap sizes. Here, normally, you'd have Alice clips. I took them off because they dig into things, so you can put whatever you want through there now. These are useful because you can add these to the back here. There's like something FM88. There's these weird vests you can get that are like pouches on them that have like slant pouches with 2 magazines and a grenade down here. I don't know. If you look up like woodland pouch vest, you'll find them. They're very cheap and they work with this somehow. I don't really know how these work, so if anyone has a comment or the video of how you attach these to things, I never really understood it. I know you can attach Alice to the belt, but I don't know what all this piece does. I know this probably attaches so you can put whatever you want in it. So yeah, if anyone has any experience with these, I'd be really appreciative if you could give like where you used them. I know it says Field Pack Training. If anyone knows any information about these or what that means or whatever. Most Molly pouches and military stuff seems kind of self-intuitive, like a magazine pouch holds a magazine, but this is kind of weird because training kind of is that weird word. It's like, does this mean it would have been used in combat? What's training entail? Is this like a NBC, nuclear biological chemical pouch? I know they make those other ones though. They're Velcro, like laundry bag looking things that hold your NBC equipment. So if anyone has any information on these, I'd be eternally grateful if you'd share it. Because, yeah, these are kind of a mystery. They're unreasonably expensive for I don't know why. All I know is this is a transitional period piece, so it had Alice and Molly on it. Or, I don't even know, not Molly, but kind of. You could probably fit this 1-inch webbing through Molly somehow. I've done it before, but... So, alright, going over the stuff here, you've got a barrel lock that isn't the best, but it works. So, and you can cinch it all the way down, so you can fit a lot in here, I would think. We'll turn it inside out just to be first off. It's actually really, really well made on the inside. I wish they did this with everything, because you know how those stupid things nowadays, they all fray them. This is actually really well built. See, it's got covers that cover the exposed parts. Normally this is annoying, because this is what frays and you get holes. I just hate how pull back out. Here's a standard sustainment pouch. You got this stupid fraying stuff everywhere, and you just every time you put something in, you come out with all these pieces. And they just constantly come off all the time. So these are really well built with that part in mind. I love it for that. So yeah, all that's been there. So yeah, who says that they didn't make at least one good pouch in the military? So if you're gonna buy something just for the quality wise, this is really nice. And that might be because it's training, and this might have been restricted to Fort Bragg or whatever. But if you have any information, like I said, it'd be great for that. So yeah, you got all this here. It's just your standard. I would assume similar to same material as your standard pouches, like 500 Cordura nylon or whatever. The buckles also seem similar, so this might have been 90s, 80s, early thing. Yeah, the buckles are detachable, so you have all that. Yeah, and then this is like their. This is what you would essentially find on your USGI woodland poncho material. Or maybe parachute material. It's that thin nylon material that's kind of see-through and really lightweight and kind of waterproofy. So I like this material a lot. So this is a snow collar, and if I had enough of this, I think this would be cool for like putting it on the sustainment pouches and all the other little pouches. I think this would be a cool addition to all the pouches. Of course, nowadays they would use that netting material, which I'll do a review of later. But yeah, so you got all this in here. These are really well built pouches. You've got one singular drain hole down here, so these drain well, and turning it back on inside out. Yeah, you would essentially here you would have your Alice things. You could attach it to your Alice belt. I don't know what all this does. I would assume you could put some sort of like rocket launcher, whatever you need on top here, and then cinch it down like that. If anyone has any information, like I said, please let me know. But I think you can attach things on top and bottom to make it more of a small backpack. But yeah, you've got plenty of adjustment here to make it there. I'm gonna pause the video and fill it real quick, and then we'll measure it. All right, we're back, and I went ahead and filled it out so you can kind of see what we're working with. So it's essentially the sleep system carrier of the current Molly system, because actually I don't know. Yeah, that sounds right, because I think they had a snow. We'll go over. That's going to be a future video. I'm going to go over the rucksacks, but anyway, because I think it had a snow collar on it as well. But the point is here's what it looks like, and also you can add like your double magazine pouches, canteen things on the side. So I guess this is so you can keep more weight backwards, so you can save space on your belt for ammo, and then you put maybe your water bottles here or whatever. Yeah, some sort of ammo or, I don't know, whatever you need on the side and top and bottom, so it's just an extension of your belt. So yeah, I would assume maybe you could put a sleeping bag here, or, your poncho, or so this seems to be like a Vietnam pouch. I know they had OD green versions of this, like the actual Vietnam ones, and I think maybe even World War II they had these, so if anyone has information, yeah, feel free to leave it in the comments so everyone can learn. But yeah, so there's that. There's these. Just giving you a measurement. You've got these Alice things are about 7.5 inches difference, or if you want bare minimum difference, you're looking at about 4 3/8 inches of space between your Alice. So that gives you about what you would need on your belt. And then we will go, assuming this is a full load, you're looking at about 9 3/4 inches, I would assume, of space you'd need on your belt. And height-wise, since we can't give a perfect estimate, we'll go with an estimate. Looking at about 9 1/4 inch. That's giving this stuffing. So, you could fill it a little bit more or less, but you've got that. So that's reasonable-ish. And then depth-wise here, we'll just give it at 8 inches. So we'll just give it for those loose measurements. So, but yeah, you can fit. And then this is kind of a hard set, so you've got about 6.5 inches of Alice on the side, each side. And so you could put treats on there. You could put, if you are running actual woodland molly, you could probably put a saw pouch on each side, or maybe a double magazine, 100-round saw, 200-round saw. What else is there? The canteen pouch, medic pouch, canteen, whatever. So this is definitely a nice pouch. And then for this, I don't know what these are for. I would assume that's some sort of Y harness thing. So if anyone knows, like I said, this will be the last time I mention it. But yeah, anyone knows any information about these, let me know. I don't know. Some of this seems kind of weird why you would have the D-ring below this, because this seems like it goes through here. This might be like a where it sits up on something. I don't really know what this part's for. I know that this goes under here, and you could attach something up here and here. I've never really known what all this. So don't ask about these, because I have no clue about what this does here. I know this seems to be here to here. That's the loop part. This seems to be extra. I don't know what that's for. But yeah, you can fit Alice normally here, or on the side, each side. So you can have your, what I mentioned earlier. And yeah, on the top you could probably put a poncho and whatever below. I think I've seen Vietnam photos where they have like single-use shot RPGs here, or whatever, the small mortar canisters or whatever. So, you could put something like that here. And then, like I said, on the side. Then you've got here, which is interesting because you have 2 adjustments. So if you do fill it with non-hard things, I would really hate to see something like this get injured or ripped, so I wouldn't put knives or something in here and then yank it. If you're doing Swagman's roll, I've done a video on a Molly 2 waist pack, and did you know you can fit a poncho and a poncho liner to make a hot weather sleeping bag? There's a video about that on my channel, but I would recommend softer things if you intend to really cinch this down, which you can do, and it might throw off your Alice, but you have 2 options to adjust that here, and I don't think either one of them messes up here, since it seems to me, that this is right here is where you can't pull it too much up or down because it's attached here and here. So you could theoretically thread it through a belt with this tiny piece or a molly piece or whatever. So here. In there. So this, if you don't want to do all of that, you can attach it here on some sort of belt or with Alice, depending on if you want to attach vertically or horizontally. So there's that, and so there's that. And then maybe this is for additional attachment methods other than that. So mortar canister here, whatever. But the point is you've got a lot of attachment points. So I think this is a very useful pouch for, your, like, small day things. If you do hiking, I think this is a nice retro pouch that gives a nod to the military, and you could throw this, like, as a small backpack. And I'm sure with this piece here, you can thread it through a standard belt, and it's a literal butt pack. So I'm sure, like, you could modify any school Jan Sport backpack with this, and you'll have extra storage, or, this is, I think, even if you're like one of those fake military people that's, just the military fashion people, this is kind of like a cool thing if you don't have much molly on your backpack and you have those, I think Jan Sport and all them have those lattice, they look like one strip like this with loops. I forget what they're called, but then you could probably modify this. So, okay, I'm at school. This could be a school attachment. So you're at school, and then this is your, like, if you're staying at a friend's house or whatever. So I think this is useful for civilians as well. hiking, if you're a kid that goes to sleepovers, whatever, scouts, whatever, like I said. So there's a lot of uses, I think, for this, and I like how it's durable and there's no real fraying options here. And if you want to know what you can do about normally like this fraying, there's a video on my channel about how to extend the life of these type of anything that uses this pouch type of deal. It's on my channel, so. And then also, like I said, the hot weather sleeping bag mod, where it's a woodland poncho and woodland poncho liner, or ACU poncho liner, whatever. There's a video on there that you can roll it in a certain way, and it'll fit in a USGI waist pack, which I'll go over review over later again. So looking over here, you've got these. You're looking at about 1.5 inch wide keepers, but in reality I wouldn't push it past maybe 1 1/8, so you can fit whatever you need in there within that size parameter. And yeah, you got plenty of space to work with. If you're looking at the approximate depth, you got about 7.5 inches of space there, and then I wouldn't fill it. I think you could fill it using this snow collar, but this seems like a pusher downer, so I wouldn't fill it. I wouldn't count this as part of your leaderage. This is just a snow collar. And then your snow collar gives you an additional 5 3/4 inches worth of snow collar. And it's got the writing on the front. There's, I believe, different contractors, like maybe Tenor Industries or whatever, Specialty Defense, but this one's a C.R. Daniels Inc., and all the nomenclature will be in the comments if you want to look it up. So there's that. But yeah, this is the poncho material. So this is actually one of the compared to what I did in my last video where we went over the USGI rack bag. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out. But this uses the outside material as a snow collar. This uses this seems like 100% waterproof. This is like what the tarps are made out of, the ponchos are made out of. This is a really nice material, and I guarantee this will keep water out. So this is just a really over-engineered and really nice quality butt pack, and I think this is something that you would never take home with you. This is probably like a Fort Bragg exclusive thing where they use it for basic training or something. But if anyone has, well, you know what I said earlier. But yeah, really high quality double stitch, and a lot of it, and yeah, I think this is a really durable thing that you could really use along with your Molly 2 waist pack, which I'll do a video over later. But this and suspenders and FILB or ILBE, FLC and all this would be really nice. And this is nice because you can add it with Alice, you can use it with Molly, you can use it with, whatever you're using nowadays. I think you could modify this to be a sling bag if you wanted. Like, they do have D-rings. You could probably add a general purpose strap and make this like a shoulder bag. Overall, you could fit an easily and sleepovers amount of clothing. This could be a nice travel-sized pack for throw it in your car, take it wherever you need, throw it in your car or whatever, and just keep extra clothes in here, keep a car for survival kit, take it hiking as a food bag, like, not that you would bear bag, but there's a lot of civilian uses for this, I think. And yeah, you got plenty of adjustment. It actually goes a little overboard with this piece, because like I said, you can't adjust, this doesn't move once it's attached here, and this tends to attach twice here, so you're not pulling that anymore, so you got this unnecessarily large loop, so you can put giant things underneath it. And this runs under here, which I'd imagine you could run it over if you wanted, but you can take this apart and attach God knows what. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with here. And you just given your example, you've got, we'll start from down here because that's more realistic. You have 23.5 inches of strap on this one. So you've got plenty of room to attach whatever you need to. And well, like I said in my last video, I'd take off maybe that half, because you'll need to attach it back to itself. So yeah, you got plenty of room to put all your cool equipment in, and overall these are really nice, and like you might find them used, new, whatever, but compared to the other cheaply made sustainment pouches, these internally are really high quality. And this is so thoughtful that they added a woodland, so the camouflage continues, and it's still waterproof, or this part is. So the snow collar is a really good idea. I wish they kept this with all the pouches they made in the future. And like I said, I guess in the 80s they did it better than now. With the 2000s and current OCP pouches, they're just getting cheaper and cheaper because, there's corruption and whatever. But yeah, you don't see this quality anymore. Like, look, even for bottom of the barrel government issued, that's a really thoughtful gesture. They didn't have to do this, but this is going to be the most bomb proof of all of them, because see, in order for this seam to fail, it has to fail here, which, like, you could probably throw a knife or grenades in here, whatever. It's anything pokey, you might have to worry about that, but you're not going to have any problems with the actual pouch part, I wouldn't think, unless it stabs through the material. So yeah, really nice quality pouch. If you want to buy one of these, I highly recommend it. I don't really know what I use mine for. I just kind of throw stuff in it and don't attach to anything. So yeah, I've thrown a change of clothes in there, and my chewy bar is just a snack pouch, and then you could put this like inside your Molly 2 rock, or on the outside they have an Alice part. You could probably put that on there. But I'll bring this back in another video and explain where I would put it, so this will be reoccurring. But just for now, I just did a quick review, give you some measurements. So yeah, I definitely recommend you pick one of these up. And yeah, that's just my quick review of this. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please leave a comment or send email to me at wolfoutdoorreview@gmail.com. And yeah, feel free to share, like, subscribe, whatever. Do what you want to, and for those of you who do, thank you. I enjoy making these videos because of them. So I like to give measurements and pouch reviews because, most people buy that cheap Rothko stuff, and it's just not you. Why would you waste your money on Chinese garbage when you could buy the real deal at surplus stores or eBay or whatever? Yeah, this stuff will last longer than the Chinese stuff, because that stuff isn't even real 500D Cordura. It's like the cheapest. It's comparable to like cotton fabric on a t-shirt. I would think it's just cheap. This stuff, it's water resistant. This part's waterproof for a duration of time. And, this stuff's bomb proof. They use it in actual war. So, and, if you think about it, if you do this as a survival kit and you end up lost in the mountains, there's a lot you can take out of this. You can take the cordage out. You can't really survive with the Chinese knockoff garbage. You could take this, cut off all the straps and make, whatever. So I think this would last good as a prepper bag or whatever. So that was just my quick review of this pouch buttpack. So yeah, thank you for watching. And hopefully you learned something, and if you know more about it than I do, like I said, leave a comment, email me. I'm sure a lot of people would love to know about this, and your expertise would be more than welcome if you've served with this or know anything about it and why it's better than pouches before. Anyway, I'm sorry for the long videos. I just figure if people want to watch these, then to the end, it's better to have full in-depth review than a quick turnaround. And if you do want to see a quick review, I do YouTube shorts where I just do 60 seconds and go over as much as I can in that time. And if I can't, I can't. So there'll be most videos upcoming will have a quick review and a full in-depth review. And yeah, like I said, you can mostly find everything I review online for reasonable prices. Although this color variety is getting hard to find, you might find OD and other stuff like these sustainment pouches. There's God knows how many you can get these things. And this woodland, DCU, ACU, OCP, Coyote Brown, ABU. So those are just the number of colors, and I'll do a review of that as well in the future about different color options with pouches. But so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, like I said, check out if you do anything. If there's one thing I would like you to do, if it's subscribe, like, comment, is check out my channel of videos. I've got all sorts of stuff. If you watch this and found this interesting, chances are you'll find my other videos interesting. I do what I recommend you put in these pouches. Just get your gears and your brain going. I've got like grenade pouch videos where you can fit like have a battery grenade pouch where you keep battery resource pouch. So there's all sorts of stuff. I review the ECWCS system. My channel, it's mainly military gear. I review knives though, and I'm kind of branching out to any outdoor equipment. So feel free to check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.